What if I told you the Miami Dolphins are probably the most dominant team in the NFL right now? And after a 70-20 beatdown against the Denver Broncos, even though they are 0-3 after this loss, it is still a significant win and a huge momentum boost because next week they will be playing against the Buffalo Bills at Buffalo. So this team, this Miami Dolphins team, is going to really prove to the NFL if they could be playoff contenders and potentially AFC champions if they continue this dominance on the offensive end. On the defensive end, it's still a little shaky and they're still working on some things, but they are forcing teams to play one-dimensional, guys. The debate of if Tua was never hurt last season, where could have the Miami Dolphins be? The debate of Justin Herbert versus Tua is still happening till this day. The debates are getting very, very wider in margin because Tua is snatching it and grabbing it all on his own. Guys, let's take a look at what Tua has been doing or what he did against the Broncos just today. This was halftime. He went 16 for 16, 206 yards, 2 touchdowns. In the first drive, he threw a beautiful post pass all the way to Tyreek Hill for 54 yards within the first minute and a half of the game. You could see that it was not just either Tyreek or Tua actually doing it. The MVP of this game was actually Mostert. 4 total touchdowns this game. These are the stats. Okay, I'll pull up the stats in a little bit wider, but Tua went 23 for 26, 310 yards. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Tyreek, 9 receptions, 157 yards, and a touchdown. Devon Achane, the rookie that didn't play week 1, all he had was 1 carry last week against the Patriots. 16 carries, 127 yards, 3 total touchdowns. Raheem, 13 carries, 142 yards, 4 total touchdowns. What the Dolphins did today, putting up 10 total touchdowns, was phenomenal. Von Atkins, 67 yards, and this was to top off the 70-point mark. Even Chosen Anderson, or Robbie Chosen, whatever the guy's name is, he scored on Mike White's first pass. It was that bad that even Anderson Chosen or Robbie Anderson scored a touchdown against the Broncos. The adjustments that Mike McDaniel did during these games and what he has been doing during the first 3 weeks of the season has been phenomenal. Adjusting on the fly, making the defenses basically quiver and shiver in disbelief of what the heck is going on. The Dolphins have probably the fastest team in the NFL, and the scheme that Mike McDaniel is giving them works. Whatever they're doing, it is working, okay? They obliterated the Denver Broncos 70-20. Now, these are comments that happened after the game. Raheem Mostert on the O-line, those guys don't get enough credit, which obviously it's true. And it's sad because those guys have really gotten a lot better. This year, they're on a whole other level. Raheem on Devon, I just can't be much proud of him. Yes, everything was clicking for the Dolphins. Next week, they're going to play a little bit tougher team, the Buffalo Bills at Buffalo. How can they handle that atmosphere? This is going to be one of the first real tests, okay? Because I wouldn't want to call the Chargers game or even the Patriots game or even this game, for all that matters, a real test for the Dolphins. If they could beat the Buffalo Bills, which we all know they are playoff contenders, and potentially they could win the division, and they're always battling against the Bengals and the Chiefs at the very end. If they could prove that within the first month of the season, the Dolphins are in very, very, very good control of the division, very good control of the conference, and have high percentage of making the playoffs and making a greater push in a deeper playoff run. This doesn't compare to anything I've seen or been a part of, just talks about the resilience of our team. Now, again, they've also had the opportunity to break an NFL record of 72 points in one single game, but obviously they didn't want to do that, okay? They had a chance to kick the field goal to make it 73-20, but they tried to keep it classy. It is the NFL, and Mike McDaniel also had comments on that. So the Tua on not going for NFL points record. It's about respecting the NFL. We're not trying to go out there and humiliate teams. Mike McDaniel says he doesn't care about the points record. That's not what we came to the game to do. That doesn't have a bearing on the overall season outcome. That is so true. But guys, Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos were forced to play one-dimensional. Wilson, 23 for 38, 306 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. I mean, what Russell Wilson and the Broncos did was nothing. They did nothing, pretty much. This is the Dolphins right here. Tua, more than 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. Mike White, 2 for 2, 67 yards and a touchdown. Look at this. Devon, 203 yards. Raheem Mostert, 3 rushing touchdowns, 82 total yards. On the receiving side, Tyreek Hill, 157 yards, and Chosen Anderson, like I said, when that one play that he was in, or 2 plays he was in, 68 yards. Moser, 60 yards. Braxton Berrios, 33 yards. And this was all with Jalen Waddle not playing this game. So the attention, we all knew coming into this game, the attention was going to go all the way to Tyreek Hill. The whole attention of the defense was going to Tyreek Hill, and they still could not stop the offense. Jalen Waddle wasn't even on this team, wasn't even playing today. He was inactive for a concussion protocol. So just imagine if Jalen Waddle was still on that offense, just plug him in, what would have happened? Easily 80, 90 points. If that defense, whatever the Broncos were doing, because obviously they didn't show up to play. Miami Dolphins had so many chances to not, number one, solidify themselves in the season that they are a huge threat to win the division, to win the conference. They have the most explosive, dynamic offense in the NFL. That Mike McDaniels is a phenomenal offensive-minded coach. Tua, potentially, he is the front runner for MVP only after 3 weeks. Let's just say it out there, okay? Hit the like button if you guys agree. So many different things, and Tyreek Hill might win Offensive Player of the Year. It's just there's so many different aspects that are coming together for the Miami Dolphins. And again, next week against the Bills is going to be a huge test. If they can beat the Bills in a manner that it's a convincing manner, let's say, the rest of the NFL is going to be shaking whenever they play the Dolphins, because how do you stop Tyreek Hill? How do you slow down Jalen Waddle? How do you slow down Moser? And now with the emergence of Devon, how do you slow him down? How do you slow down Tua? Now, the Dolphins defense is slowly coming into shape along with the O-line. The O-line played phenomenal offense today. They played phenomenal fundamentals today. How are they going to try to penetrate and not let Tua sit all day in the pocket? Guys, NFL teams are really, really gonna have problems with this. Regards to a great defense or regards to a great D-line that the Dolphins will face will probably be when they play against the Eagles or the Cowboys this season. I'm still confident that the Dolphins will put up very, very big numbers. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button if you guys think Tua Tagovailoa may win MVP this season, if this pace continues, of course, right? What would be the Dolphins' record at the end of the season? Let me know what you guys think. Thank y'all for watching. Have a great day. See you guys next time. Peace and love. Dolphin fans, fins up. Bye.